together.
Hi.
It's not a screen share. Oh my
This
god.
is crazy Zoom.
So everybody has to first meet my newest little member of my family. This is Junior. Say hi, Junior. Extreme.
Look at his
Loza. He's a cheerleader. Okay.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, kids, dogs. It's a
Got lots going on.
Anyway, hold on. Let me hold it for just a minute, okay? So we just wanted to come to you guys being together because we've had such an amazing time, like comparing notes, getting organized, and we were really thinking about like, where is everybody right now? Like, what can we bring to the table that will help going forward, all of us the most? And I was really reflecting on this time last year, and I had no idea what was going to hit me going into the summer. So summer is just such a different energy. Everybody's more relaxed, kids are out of school, and I found it really difficult to consistently find office hours and to consistently like do what I needed to do, and consequently my business slid backwards in the fall because really it's that 90 days. So the work that you're putting in kind of shows up 3 months later. So the work that I didn't do June, July, August reflected in September, October, November, and I'm still rebuilding from that in total transparency. So I think what we really wanted to talk about was just how are we going to set ourselves up to be successful during these times, and we don't see that we all step backwards. So I think that we've really developed a system, and Kay has helped so much with this too. The things that she's been putting in place, and we've just kind of, I think, made ourselves a little system that we're all gonna go with here for the next. We're gonna set ourselves up now to get in the habit of doing it, so that when summer comes, it's not reaction mode like I was last year.
And I think we all work differently. I was telling Ruth I have this awesome journal, and you start with a really good intention of filling it in and filling it out, and January and February are all filled out, and March is starting to become a little empty, even though we have some things going on. So it's just really about being intentional with how you work and how you organize things, and if you like it more of a visual or electronically. But we wanted to give you guys a little bit of homework to talk about what might work for you, and if you haven't tried this method, to see if it would work for you, and rather in a huge, not looking ahead in like a huge lump sum, but trying to finish up the month of March in this fashion to see if it's something that is doable with your time and your system. And kind of like what Ruth said about setting business hours, I think that the most important thing is, whether it is 15 minutes or 60 minutes, finding what is working for you in that short period of time. I mean, Ruth had mentioned, and I know that this happens to everybody, you can get caught up in saying, okay, I'm going to build my list. Here are people that I want to add to my list. Oh, here's Carrie. Oh, Carrie, let's click on Carrie's name and start going through. And then all of a sudden we're on like Carrie's aunt's vacation from 2010 and the pictures.
Seriously, it's a freaking vortex.
So you get stuck. And then there's a 15 minutes where you're in Carrie's photo album and you haven't talked to Carrie. And the reason why you went to look at Carrie was to just add her to your contact list. So just to kind of stay focused and to get a clear mind and use those minutes that you have. We're all so busy, but use those precious minutes that you have to make it the most, put the most effort into the small time that we have
and
every day.
Intentional. I think that's that's key. If you guys are anything like me, if I have a list and I know what I'm going to be, accomplishing that day, then it's very simple for me when I have 15 minutes to get one task done, and I can put that, check mark on the list, which is so satisfying. So I think where we're going to start is maybe like the calendar system. Okay. So
Today's Sunday, so this works out perfect to start your week.
Yes, and I'm really going to set as a goal, like I try not to work on Sundays, like to do a whole lot, but I am in planning mode on Sundays. So like I'm meal planning, I'm thinking forward what, the kids have going on, I'm laundry, like we're setting up for the week. And so I'm going to put my, some time in, and it could be Saturday or Sunday, but when I'm in planning mode, I'm going to start putting together my calendar for the week. So I bought this planner, which they have a smaller one, but they were out of it, which is why this is
awesome.
Biggest, most ginormous planner in the world.
It's bigger than her dog. Twice the size of her dog.
Twice the size of my dog. So this is called the DMO Success Guide, and you can get it, I think it was $35, and it's only for 3 months. So it is a little spendy, but I do really think it's worth it. It is DMO for Daily Method of Operation, DMOsuccess.com. And it has the tabs personal development, goals, calendar, DMO, training, and contacts. And so in the calendar part, it has these blank pages. And so what I did was I went through and I put 3 people on each page. And if you're like me, I feel like I'm coming to the end of my warm market. But the thing is, I've been adding to my Facebook list, but I haven't gone back and reached out to those people. So there are a ton of people that I have not reached out to yet. So what Nicole did was very, very smart, went to my Facebook on my phone, on my friends, and she reminded me that all the people that you are interacting with that are seeing your stuff are up top. So she scrolled all the way to the bottom, and I worked then my way up and wrote down all these names, and it was super easy. They're all people I'd never talked to. So I put 3 people per day, and I went all the way through. We have an Opportunity of a Lifetime event here in Kansas City on the 4th, and so I actually went through the rest of that week with new people. So I don't know if that will help you guys, but I think that it's really setting me up for success because there's a direct link, and I know it. When I'm reaching out to people, my business is growing, and I have a lot more things going on. So that is the key, and it's the one piece of our IPA that I get stuck on, is reaching out to the new people.
So when you wake up on like a Monday morning or a Tuesday morning, and you're like, who am I going to reach out to today? And then you're spending all of your time figuring out
those people.
You'll have this calendar, and you can set it up now. I mean, today's March 19th, so if you go through the rest of the month, this is crazy, and then you set 3 names for the next 10 days, that will help you reach out. So that way in the morning, you open up your calendar, who am I going to reach out to? You can fire that off in 2 minutes, and then you're done for your reach out. If you want to go beyond, that's fantastic, but 3 people is a good ideal number to set for.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that piece.
So in addition to the calendar, we're going to add this as a file on the team page. This is a contact sheet, and it's from Power Tools. And Kelly Mendel, I know you have this electronically, and it's fantastic. But for every person that you put on your calendar, you make a contact sheet. So this contact sheet is for each individual person. And you can file this if you have a binder with numerical. If you want to do it electronically, you can do it in a folder.
This folder I've mentioned before, but Kay found it and gave me one. And she actually, when she ordered it, it came with 5. So it might make sense for several of you to maybe order 1 package and then split it up or something. So Kay, if you're watching, would you post where you ordered this from? Because that would be super helpful.
But this contact sheet is if anybody's like me and has Post-it notes everywhere, this is going to be something that's going to change a lot, because it's going to be, whether they answer you or not, you're going to have a contact sheet for them. So when you're going back through a year from now, knowing of who you're talking to, you'll have this information and know, oh, I reached out to them on March 20th, 2017. So contact sheet, we'll upload it in the file, and it's really nice. It talks about, if they decide to order as a customer, it has their goals, what they ordered. So it's a lot of information on here.
Just think of it like, in a doctor's office, they have all your records. They have, the history of you and what you've been going through. And so that's what we're not doctors, obviously, but, you're keeping a record of what they are going through. So if I reached out to them today, and it's a brand new person, then I'm going to do Follow-Up Friday. So I'm going to say, okay, well, that is, the 23rd or something. So I'm going to go to my little notebook here, and I'm going to go to number 23, and I'm going to put their paper in that number little file there. And so when the 23rd comes around, I'm going to open this up, and I know exactly who I'm following up with.
The nice thing to have this also, because we've been trying to do online events for our team every month, everybody that you have reached out to or made a contact sheet for, you'll have people to go back and say, who can I intentionally invite to this event that I have reached out to before? And you'll have that list right in front of you, rather than scrolling through your friends and just adding people just to add them. You'll actually be like, hey, I wanted to follow up with you again, having this great online event. So it'll just be a good database of people to start reaching out to and following up with.
Again, with the intention. I think they say intentional marketing. Like, that's what this is. This is being intentional about knowing where you are instead of just throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. It is actually going, through and taking each person through the steps. So they are being followed up with continuously, consistently, and that, at some point you will get traction with them. It may not be right away, but a year down the road they could come back and say, I've been watching you reached out to me, I'm ready now. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, and Ruth and I were talking last night. I mean, it definitely is noticeable. If you're doing the work and doing the reach out and doing the follow-up, you're going to see a lot more activity than if you're not, or if you're not being consistent, or if you're having huge gaps of time. So and this is just going to be something, this is kind of moving on to the next thing. This is called a daily action stack. It's similar to a DMO sheet, daily method of operation, if you've seen it, but rather than by week, it's by day. So we'll upload this as a file as well. But I love this because it focuses on personal development. If you've watched a video or read a book, how many minutes did you do it that day? Any recognition, did you step out of your comfort zone? Your IPA, I know we have the Rank Up by Convention IPA challenge going on, but this is just an addition. And an IPA example is wishing friends a happy birthday on Facebook. Super simple task, and you're going to start showing up in their newsfeed. Reaching out to new people, following up with prospects, reaching out to inactive ambassadors. We all experience attrition, and it's hard. It's a hard, especially when we have friends that turn off their orders and don't even tell us, or that's hard. But it's also, it doesn't mean that they weren't, there's other reasons why that happened. So don't write them off completely. They just maybe turned it off for a short period of time, or you need to find out what happened and maybe you can help troubleshoot with them. So this is a really good, if you have, if you sit at a desk, or I would recommend printing Monday through Friday, 5 of these out, and keeping these and keeping yourself accountable for it. But if you have not found your power partner, if you have not have an accountability partner, let's help you pair up with somebody so that you can stay accountable. Because this definitely is, you have to be self-motivated to do this, but it's definitely worth it. And I think that you can go back, at the very end of, let's say you start this in April, very end of April, and be like, gosh, I was busy. I was super successful, and you can see maybe what's going to grow like 3 or 6 months down the road because of this daily action stack. Did I miss anything with that?
I don't think so. I mean, if you don't work in an office where you can print things, then what I did is I just uploaded it to the UPS site, and then I had them make 75 copies for me, and it was like $6. It was super cheap. So, like we said, we'll connect the file of both of these so you guys can print out as many as you want. But I think having a stack of them, just helps you stay accountable. So, I think that's
a good. I mean, that's kind of the system. We want to know what is working for you, or what you feel like you can change, or what you want to change up if you don't feel like you're getting the results that you want. But I promise you, they are watching. And I know I say this a lot, but over 3 years in, still getting new